A man convicted of killing his wife, you see him on the right, he could get another chance after an appeals court ordered that he get a new trial. A key piece of evidence led to this appeal. Prosecutors say Brad Cooper had maps on his computer of the exact location of his wife's body where it was found. But the defense is saying, we have another theory. Listen here.
I was absolutely nauseous that they had convicted my client after 10 weeks.
You cannot explain that away. This is 12 hours before his wife is murdered, and he's zooming in on where his wife's body was eventually found.
The fact that I had not only one, but two witnesses prepared to say that these maps were planted on that computer would have made all the difference in the world.
Well, now the defense hopes to call those witnesses in Brad Cooper's retrial. My legal dream team is ready to weigh in. Joining me, criminal defense attorneys Patrick McDonough here in Atlanta, and also Trent Copeland. Trent is also a former police officer. I'm going to start with you, Trent. Your opinion, did the judge make a mistake by not letting those two witnesses testify?
I mean, there's no question the judge made a mistake by not letting those witnesses testify. Look, the reality is you have a Sixth Amendment right to confront your accusers. And part of that right is you've got the right to put on a defense. And for the prosecutor to even suggest to this judge by way of a motion that this judge should rule that these two witnesses cannot be allowed to testify is, in my mind, egregious. Because remember, the standard for a new trial is very, very high. You rarely ever get that. And for an appellate court to say, hey, look, you've gone through all of this expense, all of this time for this new trial, there clearly must have been something that was violative of this guy's Sixth Amendment right.
And Trent, Patrick agrees. We were talking during the break. Patrick, you said this is really kind of unheard of, that the judge did make a mistake here, no question.
There's no question. And the Court of Appeals rarely gives a new trial. In this case, they found that the judge actually abused his discretion. The whole case, they had absolutely no evidence other than there's a possible divorce and there was a fight the night before. The entire case revolved around
circumstantial evidence?
Well, this direct evidence that he searched Google to where they ultimately found the body. All right, so they said, he had to do that the day before. He must be guilty. They had an expert to say it wasn't a normal internet search. They had an expert to say it was actually found on the hard drive. And so someone had to put it there and multiple people had access to it. Once they didn't allow that expert to testify because they said he wasn't a forensic expert, they went out and got a forensic expert, gave the report, and told the judge they're ready to proceed, and they wouldn't let him because they said he didn't produce it as a witness list. It's egregious. No question.
New trial? You both agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question there's going to be a new trial, and I'm not certain whether or not there will in fact be a full-blown trial, because remember, the prosecution, they have an opportunity to look at this evidence as well too. Yeah. And really, the critical piece of evidence, in fact, the appellate court said the strongest piece of evidence was the fact that this was wrapped around on that hard drive, and maybe